So this is just a bit of a test for some paint stripper. I'm using the Wilkinson's, I call it, Wilco's all-purpose paint and varnish stripper. The last time I bought some paint stripper from them, it was bloody awful. I think it was called TX220 or something. This has been on about half an hour, and so far doing nothing, which doesn't surprise me. Just say an hour, then add a second coat. If this doesn't work by the morning, and some of it flaking up a bit, but that could just be that it's crap. If this doesn't work through the night, I'm going to do a bit of chemistry.
But there's some chemical engineering going on
because they actually removed a chemical out of paint, which Matt from the workshop told me about. Now I happen to have about 20 litres of it in my shed. So what I might do is take some of that chemical, which is written at the bottom here because I can't remember what it's called, and I'm going to mix it with this and see what happens. Because if you just paint it on, it evaporates instantly. So I'm going to see what this does on its own. If someone's just pulled up outside, if it doesn't do much, then I'll try it with some of the chemical in. Let's see what happens. I've just realised the lighting's a bit shit in here, isn't it? Well, in this corner it is. So after an hour and a half, it's softened up a bit, some of it. So I'm just going to fire another coat on. It does say, let's check. Leave for approximately 1 hour and apply a second coat. So I will actually do what it says on the tin, or as close as I can while I'm doing other stuff. Let's see. And this is why I always keep like ice cream tubs and stuff. Pour you anything you want in. I've got a shitload of parts. You know the little Chinese food container type things, but the clear plastic ones. All the parts from the engine stripped down are kept in them. By the time you see this, I may have already mentioned it in another video. I don't know when I'm going to put this up. This might not be part of the build series. I might do this early. There's quite a bit coming off in this section here. Now you might say, of course it's working, punk. Jesus, what do you expect? It's paint stripper. You'd be surprised how many paint strippers don't work. Because they took that chemical out. Some of them are just shit. Now, the problem I have is I've got an entire engine to do, and I can't get this stuff into every nook and cranny and get it removed if I need to agitate it too much. So it possibly might get sent off for aqua blasting or vapor blasting, or one of the... Oh look, you can see it's peeling off there. So this is just a test to see what this does. I've got another... sorry guys, just nudged you. I've got another piece that I'm going to test with the dodgy chemical in, just to kind of see how good it is, because if I can thin this stuff out a bit and speed it up, then great. And also it's one less thing that I need to send for aqua blasting if I do this, because this is quite easy to get into all the nooks and crannies. There we go, let's see what happens in the morning. That light still sucks. Okay, so it's now 10 o'clock in the morning, so this has been on, what, 12 hours maybe. Oh, yeah, it's worked. I'm going to take a little scrub, so it's probably no good doing an engine with fins, because, well, there's fins, so it'll be hard to get into all the nooks and crannies. I did notice last night this had actually been primed, which is why it went silver. So I'll take this over to the wash tank, meaning my sink, and give it a wash off and a scrub with well, probably just my paintbrush or a nail brush or something. Probably use something that I normally clean pans with and then just replace it. I've got to go out to tool shop anyhow, hardware shop, and we'll see what's happening there. Right, so I've said right so again, haven't I? As it works, yes, on a large majority of it, it's a bit gummy in places. Would I recommend it? For stuff like this on the sump, I'm going to go yeah. I don't see why not. It would be better if I had a pressure washer here. I'll probably take it up to Morrison's later and pressure wash the whole thing because it's aluminium, so it's fine. And then bring it back. Pressure washer, obviously, I get into all nooks and crannies and blast off anything that's still a little bit stuck. But I'm trying to do it. I would not advise using it on an entire engine block yet. But I have this stuff, and you can't see what's on it. That's methylene chloride. That is the stuff they have been forced to take out of a paint stripper. So I'm going to put it back in. I am going to say I do not advise doing this. I'm doing this for stupidity, but as you can tell, I'm going to be wearing a mask. This does not do toxins and gas though, I don't think. This is just for dust. But something's better than nothing. And that's the sump. That's the next thing that's going to get. That's the next test piece. Brush. Gloves. Very important to wear gloves. So once again, Wilco all-purpose stuff. Now, I don't know how much of this stuff I should pour in really. I was just looking for a little cup I could use to transfer it, but I can't find one. Let's just put a little splash in for now. That's too much. I'm not seeing any reactions going on, which is a good thing. Is it mixing? Not very well, no. Let's put a bit more of this in. See, if I had a little cup, I'd have been able to just dip it in bit by bit. And no, it's not. Mixing. It's mixing to a degree. I think I might move this over to the kitchen and do this in my sink actually. Yeah, I'm not actually wearing my mask because it was there just in case. I forgot to put it on because I was talking to you guys. And then I'm not smelling anything dodgy. If I even start to get a headache, this will be going outside very quickly and the house will be getting aired out. Let's just fire this on and see what happens. Pre-wash this already, so it's quickly please. Just hope you can't hear that. I can't get it out. Right, so that's that one. Well, it doesn't matter, it's covered now, isn't it? The time is 10:30. So let's see. Oh yeah, this chloride destroys latex gloves. I don't know if that could be actually the... Oh, that's the paint off the paintbrush. But I remember it does chew through these gloves pretty quick as well. So quick update, after 10 minutes I can actually already see it kind of bubbling up, just a little bit. So this is looking good. That's a good omen to me. Now I would assume it's the same paint on the sump as it is on the cam cover. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It looked about right, it looks about the same. So let's find out. When I'll know by if that's got primer underneath, then I know it's the same. But let's find out. Okay, so it's been just over an hour. It's been about 70 minutes. I had some other stuff to do. It's looking quite bubbled. Ooh. Scratch test, it's working. It seems to be working pretty well. I have come and stippled it a couple of times just for the sake of it. Let's just, now obviously I haven't got a pressure washer like I said. If I did this on the engine casings, I'll take everything up to Morrison's and have it jet washed. Let's just bung some water on it and see what happens. Put some heat on. Obviously that's just a quick scrub, but I would say in an hour it's actually done better than what the standard stuff did in what did I say, 12 hours? 12, 13 hours? There's still some bits left on it, which is no surprise. But like I said, I've done this in an hour. So I think this might be the way to do it. I might mix up a batch of the methyl chloride or whatever the hell it was called, I forgot. I'm always useless at remembering stuff when I need it on camera. Might mix up a batch of that to at least get the majority off and pressure wash it down at Morrison's. Obviously don't keep a car anywhere near and don't tell them what you're doing. If they come out, you just say you're washing some bits off. It's all bits. But I would say that is a result for the methylchloride mix. What I might do now is actually leave this to dry and put another layer on. What I will do with the engine casings is I've got a box, like a little plastic box, so I'll smother all the pieces and I'll leave it for a couple of days. That way it gets into every nook and cranny and really does its job and has enough time to react. Might occasionally walk in and splash a bit of chloride on it. Yeah, even the bits that stuck actually. Now that water is not the best thing, by the way, for doing this, but well, doing it this way. But it's needs must because I wanted to film what the stuff was like, and I'm going to say that is a result. So that's two pieces now. I don't have to send off to be aqua blasted really. Obviously it's not completely clean. I will be doing more to clean it, but it's no more than you would expect. Just a bit more paint stripper. Is that thread knackered? That thread looks a bit sketchy to me. I might have to have that drilled and tapped. Might be able to get away with helicoiling it. I'll have to look into that. That does not look good, that thread. But yeah, I'll slap another coat on, see what happens. See you later. Success! Okay, so sorry about the sound in that. I've just found the mic earlier while I was editing that. Here's the frame, obviously stripped down completely. I had this sent off for chemical stripping to find the bad parts in it, and they are bad. They are terrible. I mean, look at that. That's holes in the weld. Whoever welded this frame needs shot. They were terrible. They've actually got brazing in this. I don't know anyone that does brazing on frames anymore. So what I'm trying to do is just smooth out some of the lines. They're still rough at the moment because I've got body filler on there. What I've got, some more bits sitting in paint stripper tanks over there. Sorry, I've just dropped the mic.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary.
Here, I need to get some more lighting in here. It's enough for me, it's just not enough for you guys. So I've got pretty much everything here. This is what I was saying about the little Chinese food containers. The reason I do this is because they are all different sections of the engine. As you go through it, you can just grab one box, and that's like 4 things that you need. You won't be hunting through boxes. Got my crank, my cams, one of the bits of gearbox, the other one's here, or my clutch, that's had some work done to it. Maybe all the other stuff like the boxes of beer, because I do like a beer. This is the entire engine split down pretty much on one shelf. So I've got the top half of me crank, my engine casing, bottom half of my engine casing. There's my cylinder bores all ready to go. A bit of a dodgy, knackered oil strainer. This has actually saved that engine from blowing up. I will talk about that. There's my head. Obviously the cams are out because they're here. A load of bits and pieces, and everything that is shiny is now, sorry, let's have a look at the screen, is now grey. There is a reason behind that. The bike is going black, all black. I have not decided whether it's going to go satin or gloss, but I will make my mind up. But that is pretty much everything you really need. That is everything in the bike. So if you don't have me on Instagram, you can find me under disorderly punk YT. I think there's underscores instead of spaces. I'll often put pictures on there of what I'm up to. Give us a look over if you want. See you soon.